Paige Bueckers had 22 points in this game.
Right here, could have taken the three, but understand she is masterful at the mid-range.
But if you look at the fourth quarter here, she took one shot in the last 5 minutes of a game, which I know it ended in 10.
Mitchell
but like
with 23, McDonald had 15, Boston with
10.
12.
But like there was 6 points and you had control. You were dominating the game. And she just chose, I'm not going to shoot it.
She's got the skill. She's got the hype. But when the game's on the line, she disappears. Paige Bueckers was supposed to be the next great WNBA guard. And talent-wise, she still might be. But talent means nothing when the fourth quarter hits and the only thing she attacks is the bench cushion. This isn't hate. This is heartbreak. Because when you see what Paige can do, it makes what she chooses not to do even more painful. And it begs the question, how can someone this good look so invisible when it matters most? Let's make one thing clear. Paige Bueckers is not mid. Far from it. She dropped 22 points, grabbed 4 rebounds, and dished 4 assists without even picking up a single foul. Stat sheet? Clean. Game tape? Beautiful. Her touch in the mid-range is smoother than a vinyl record. Her footwork? Precise. Her handle? Shifty. Her shot creation? Honestly, elite. This is someone who can string together crossovers, hesitate just enough to freeze a defender, then rise up for a fadeaway like it's nothing. And she does it so effortlessly that you almost forget how difficult it is. Until you realize that most guards in this league can't even dream of hitting the shots she takes for breakfast. Watching her is like watching someone who knows she's better than you, but doesn't feel the need to rub it in. But here's the kicker. For all that skill, all that flair, all those highlight plays, she doesn't dominate games. And that's where things stop making sense. How does someone this good leave fans scratching their heads every single fourth quarter? She can score. She can pass. She sees the floor like a veteran. But when the game starts tightening up and the moment starts getting big, Paige starts fading out. That's not a hate take. That's a, why aren't you owning this league? Take. Because if you're watching her play and you don't get frustrated, you're not really watching close enough. But where it really starts to fall apart is when the clock starts winding down. Here's where the frustration boils over. Paige Bueckers was cooking for 3 quarters. She was gliding through defenders, hitting tough shots, making the right reads. She looked like that girl. The one we were all promised, the face of the future. The UConn legend turned WNBA prodigy. And then the fourth quarter happened. Poof. It's like someone hit the dimmer switch. The confidence that oozed out of her jumpers? Gone. The assertiveness? MIA. The ball barely touched her hands. And when it did, there was hesitation. Uncertainty. Like she didn't want it anymore. How does a player go from 22 points in 3 quarters to practically invisible in crunch time? You're not injured. You're not in foul trouble. You're on the floor, but you're not in the moment. That's the part that drives fans insane. Because we've seen what Paige can do. But in the biggest minutes of the game, when the lights are screaming and the pressure's real, she disappears. And don't blame the coach. Don't blame the offense. Stars demand the ball. Leaders take over. Nobody's asking you to drop 40. But you can't ghost the fourth quarter and expect people not to notice. Especially when the opposing team is daring someone to step up. And it's not you. One fan said it best. Open quote, she plays like a superstar for 30 minutes and then forgets she's Paige Bueckers in the last 10. Close quote. Harsh? Maybe. Wrong? Not at all. But what if this isn't just a one-time thing? What if this is becoming a pattern? Let's stop pretending this is new. Because if you watched Paige at UConn, this was always there. Yeah, she was a star. Yeah, she had the highlight plays. But when the game got tight, when the clock hit under 2 minutes, she wasn't the one calling for the ball. Sarah Strong, a freshman, was the go-to late in games. Ice Brady took more crunch time shots than Paige in big moments. And we all brushed it off, right? Said she was being unselfish, making the right play, trusting her teammates. No, let's call it what it was, deferring. And now, same story in Dallas, same passive energy, same reluctance to be the one. This league isn't college, this isn't stores, this is the W. And in the WNBA, if you're not seizing the moment, someone else will, and fast. You've got vets clawing for contracts, rookies dying to make a name, stars obsessed with building legacy. You think Arike Ogunbowale is out here deferring? You think Aja Wilson, Caitlin Clark, or Sabrina are waiting for permission to shoot? No. They want the smoke. Paige looks like she's scared of it. She plays like she's terrified of making the wrong move, so she makes no move at all. And that's the problem. Smart basketball doesn't always win basketball games. Sometimes you need guts, fire, swag, the audacity to say, open quote, give me the damn ball, close quote. But right now, Paige is playing like a straight-A student who's afraid of failing the final. And the Dallas Wings, they're paying the price. Let's just say it. Paige Bueckers might be the most outdated star in the league right now. In a WNBA that's evolved into a blitz of threes, transition buckets, and downhill rim pressure, Paige is out here, vibing in the mid-range, pull-ups, turnarounds, floaters. It's like she's trapped in a 2013 highlight reel. And look, those shots are pretty. No one's denying her bag. But here's the thing. Pretty doesn't win in 2025. Pressure does. Volume does. Efficiency does. And Paige? She ain't giving you any of that. She doesn't attack the rim like a lead guard should. She barely shoots threes. She lives in this soft zone of no man's land, where analytics go to die. You want to frustrate a modern coach? Show them a 5'11 guard with elite footwork, who refuses to shoot the three or draw fouls. That's not just inefficient. That's basketball malpractice. She's not stretching the floor. She's not collapsing defenses. She's not drawing doubles. She's just there. And fans are seeing it now. The label's spreading fast. Open quote, empty stats, close quote, high skill, low impact. She'll give you 18 to 20 on paper, but you never feel it. It doesn't swing games. It doesn't crush runs. It doesn't silence a crowd or spark one. And what's wild? She's not growing out of it. She's regressing. She's taking fewer layups and threes than she did in college. She's drifting deeper into comfort, not out of it. She's playing like the game is still built around her tempo when the league left that behind years ago. This isn't just underperformance anymore. This is sabotage by style. And the Dallas Wings? They've got a sports car sitting in the driveway, burning premium gas just to go 20 miles an hour. You know what makes this even worse? It's not like the league is stacked with gods right now. This isn't 2016 with Diana, Maya, and Sue torching everyone in their prime. It's regular, gritty hoopers, players without shoe deals or viral hype, that are cooking Paige Bueckers in real time. Let's start with Kelsey Mitchell. She dropped 23 points, lit the scoreboard when it mattered most, and looked built for the moment. Is she more talented than Paige? No, but she's more ready, more ruthless, more clutch. While Paige was floating through screens and passing out of open looks, Kelsey was out there hitting daggers. That's the difference. Then there's Aari McDonald. She dropped 15 points, 6 dimes, and completely outplayed Paige in the fourth. Let me repeat that. Aari McDonald outplayed Paige Bueckers. Less talent, less hype, fewer highlights, but more grit, more control, more impact. And it's not a fluke, it's becoming a pattern. Players with less skill are doing more damage. Because while Paige is playing not to mess up, these women are playing to take over. So now we gotta ask the real question. Is this a mentality thing? Or is Paige just in the wrong role altogether? Is she a lead guard being miscast? A bucket getter being forced to facilitate? Or a highlight machine trying to survive in a league that demands killers, not creators? Because right now, she looks like the odd one out in a league full of dogs. Let's not dance around it. Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers came into the league with the same hype, same headlines, same next face of the W expectations. But watch them side by side for 5 minutes. And it's obvious. These are two completely different animals. Paige has the tools. But Caitlin, she's got the dog. Caitlin will shoot from 30 feet without blinking. She'll wave off a screen and go straight at your chest. She doesn't care if the crowd's booing, the refs are blind, or her legs are dead. She's forcing the issue. Because that's what killers do. Paige, she avoids it. She'll run a clean play. She'll make the right pass. She'll step into a mid-range when her team's down 8 with 90 seconds left. One plays to win. The other plays not to lose. That's the difference. Caitlin will make 8 turnovers and still keep shooting. Paige will go 7 for 10 and disappear in the fourth quarter. She's trying to be perfect. But greatness ain't clean. It's messy. It's aggressive. It's fearless. And until Paige taps into that, she'll keep getting cooked by players with less talent and more fight. The harshest truth? Open quote. The only dog Paige seems to have is a golden retriever. Close quote. Soft, friendly, flashy, beautiful, but not built for blood. But even golden retrievers can bite if they're pushed far enough. And if Paige doesn't bite back soon, she's not just going to lose fans. She's going to lose the league. Paige Bueckers might be the most frustrating player in the WNBA right now. Not because she's bad, not because she's overrated, but because she's this close to being a star and keeps stopping herself. Her footwork, surgical. Her handle, tight. Her jumper, silky. On paper, she's a problem, but games aren't played on paper. When the lights are brightest, Paige doesn't rise. She hesitates. She passes out of moments she should own. She hides behind the right basketball play when her team needs the killer. She's not battling defenders. She's battling doubt. She's not getting trapped by the defense. She's getting trapped in her own head. And until that changes, it won't matter how pretty her mid-range looks or how many she's so skilled tweets go viral. Because talent means nothing if you're afraid to use it when it counts. Open quote. The only person holding Paige Bueckers back is Paige Bueckers. Close quote. And if she doesn't unleash herself soon, she won't just be the most frustrating star in the WNBA, she'll be the league's biggest what if.